What's up, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Tommy Bites TV and Homestead. We're about to go to the Dollar General. As you can see, I'm greened out because, y'all, I am behind at least by 3 or 4 days that I wanted to actually start dropping my seeds. I probably should have dropped them 2 weeks ago, honestly, but it's never too late. So I just did my setup, but I can't find my scissors. I can't find my spoons, because I use spoons to label them instead of using the little sticks. It can just get more product for the money, okay? So I'm about to head Dollar General, grab those things, come back here, and we're gonna get busy dropping seeds. Also, my son and his girlfriend came in last night from college for the weekend, so hopefully I can get them in a video or two. So I stopped by the post office. I hadn't been here in a couple of days, so I don't know when this came to me, but someone sent this to me right here. Honeybee, who won one of my giveaways. So you guys, Honeybee girl, you have I'm sitting here crying reading this beautiful card, and this is the card right here, and the beautiful letter that you put in here on behalf of yourself and your husband. And I'm so glad that it was able to be a blessing to you, and that you were able to be a blessing to someone else, and that you listened to God when he spoke to you and told you what you needed to do. A lot of us need to listen. Just be quiet in a moment and listen to that soft, gentle word, because sometimes it's something that will bless us in return. Not that we're looking for any blessings when we're giving, but I just want to say thank you, Honeybee, for being a part of this channel. And yes, we are family. You are my YouTube cousins. And if any of y'all want to send anything to my post office is P.O. Box 6234, Hickory, North Carolina 28603. And it is down in the description box if you can't remember that. I love getting cards. I love hearing and seeing, from you guys. I love getting gifts. I love all of those things, but I don't require you to do it. But I do have my P.O. box there in case you decide that's something that the Lord put on your heart, or whoever put on your heart to do. So let's go into the Dollar General and get back, because I gotta get these seeds down today. Got a lot of gardening supplies in. I might need some of these. If you ever forget to water your stuff. I decided to snap some pictures to show you that they have a shortage of canned goods in here, as well as other items. You guys, growing your food is so important. I love doing news you can use, but the greatest thing I can tell you to do is to be in control of what happens in your home, and growing your food is a part of that. And if you can't, then fine. Just stock up as much as you possibly can, because I do believe that there is another pandemic coming. As you can see, they barely had any milk in there. They absolutely did not have any eggs in this store at all. This store gets deliveries every single week, but as you can see, it is not adding up to much on these shelves. I already had soil in this container, but I did buy another bag of seed starting mix. So I'm just pouring that in there. That's the Jiffy brand. You want your soil to be light and airy when you're dropping seeds. You don't want compacted soil. You want it to be able to sprout right on out of that soil. Can we get comfortable? I don't really like going out. It makes me uncomfortable. You can plant in any container that you so choose. Right now I'm using the red solo cups. I am using other items also, but I am taking the scissors, snipping the bottoms of it just to have drainage for when you're watering. You don't want that water to just sit in your cup because your seeds will drown, and that is not what you want. You can also poke a hole in the bottom of the cup as well to have extra drainage. I didn't do it on these right here. No matter what container you're using, once you get the soil in, make sure you wet that soil down before adding the seed. Then after you add the seed, you're going to wet your soil down again. So what I did here was, the other day I did order some seeds from Baker Creek. They haven't come in yet. So I have a lot of seeds. So I went online to find out what my last frost date, estimated frost date, because you can't exactly go by it. Mine is April 9th. That lets me know I don't need to really plant anything outside right now, although I can. And the things that I can plant right now and drop seeds for, rather, in these cups, because you saw me put the water in here to wet the soil, is basil. Those were my dates right there. You see how behind I am on that. Bell peppers right here. Broccoli, cabbage, celery, cucumbers, jalapenos. Those are all the things that I'm about to plant right now. And then over here, lettuce. It's not time for onions yet for me. I won't do that until April. Oregano, rosemary, I actually can start my watermelon seeds now. And my pumpkin seeds, I can start, well, I start the watermelon seeds next week, March 11th. And then pumpkins, March 19th. But I can start cantaloupe next week as well. So all these things will be started next week, with the exception of tomatoes. I will start now because I am behind on tomatoes. And then I'll start the second batch in May. And then sweet potatoes is in May. And squash, I can direct sow those if I want, April 23rd through 21st. But I'm going to plant those next week when I do the watermelon, pumpkin, cantaloupe. I think I'm doing tomatoes today. So let's get started. It's in this box over here. Some I bought from Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Walmart, and then others were sent to me by Survival Garden Seeds. I do have a link down in the description box. That is a paid promotion, just to let you know. But they do have a lot of great seeds. But I found these tomato cherry seeds here. I'm definitely going to plant those and put those over there. And then I have seeds in here and seeds in here. So let me pull out what I'm going to plant and then I'll show you. Pulled out all of the seeds that I am thinking about using. The one seed I don't see in here is jalapeno peppers, so I'm going to have to buy some of those. I thought I had some. So in case you couldn't see what I was doing with the scissors, I was just cutting pieces off the side. That way you have drainage in here, and also you can have water if you just want to pour it into the pan that I'm going to have them sitting in, which is these pans here. I'm going to have them sitting in there, and I'll just water them that way. After I drop the seed, I will no longer water from the top unless the soil is dry. I would just water from putting water into the pan itself. But that's all you're doing to have drainage, because if you don't do that, then you risk waterlogging your seed. So I actually used this tray right here that you're about to see last year, so it held up just fine. Sometimes if you invest a little bit more, it'll last you a little while. Although I got these on clearance at Dollar General, where they have like the 72 cells or something like that in them, where you can plant your seeds. So I'm just putting my soil in them, scraping over the top, and then placing them into the tray that later I will add water to them after I'm done planting. And these are different ones that when you go and buy starts, like I did last year, I just saved the trays, you guys, so you don't have to keep buying every year. Now these small pots here, I got those from Amazon. I'll try to leave a link down in the description for you. I'm gonna plant, I just want to plant my tomatoes, squash, and things like that in those. That way I don't have to transplant them to a bigger pot once they outgrow that pot, because you have to keep doing that if you know, have time in between before you can actually transplant them to outside. Okay, so I have everything labeled, what I want to plant where. So over here I'm doing zucchini, the Black Beauty. I'm doing 2 trays of those. I might just do one and then do something else, but I haven't decided yet. Then I'm definitely doing 2 trays of squash. Over here I'm doing 1 tray of the eggplants, 1 tray of the Big Mama hybrid tomato, 1 tray of the cucumbers, and this one is the pickling cucumber. And then over here is the Space Master cucumber. I'm doing 1 tray of those, 1 tray of the straight 8 cucumbers. Over here I'm gonna do the tomato red cherries in this tray. This tray will be the American Pale Green cucumber. And then this tray right here will be cherry tomatoes, large cherry tomatoes. On the 3rd row down here, we're gonna do yellow pear tomatoes. Then we're gonna do lemon cucumbers. In that tray, this tray will be broccoli. These trays over here will just be some random seeds that I put over here. So let's get started. So you don't have to use the spoon. You could just lay your seed on top, poke your finger down about 1 inch or 2, and cover it up. And I'll come back and spray them once I get done with all of them, and I'll show you all of them after I'm done. So I have about 50 of these little pots here with different things planted in them. Honestly, I haven't even done these. I forgot to do these. I knew it was something I was forgetting. So these I'm about to do now. But everything else I'm done with. I'm done up here. Over here, all of these are done. Let me step back so you can see. I have a good bit done. This took me all day because I had to stop and do a bit and a breakfast. But now I'm just going to pump up my water bottle and spray the tops and then add water to the pan. I will also try to leave a link to this water bottle in the description. So So guys, get out there. You don't have to have a green thumb. Everybody starts somewhere. I don't know everything there is about gardening. I really don't. I didn't start gardening until 2020. Like most people nowadays, everything started for them in 2020. You'll be surprised with what you could learn. You have YouTube out there to teach you so much. Make sure these seeds are down. So this is it for today, you guys. I hope that this encourages you to get out there. Over here on this side, I just have pretty much flowers, Shasta daisies, calendulas rather, marigolds, and most of these things I'm going to direct sow when it gets a little warmer. I'm just trying to get a little head start on it. And I have my timer set up. Water it really well, soak it down really well, and you're going to add water to this basin here. In each of these basins I will add water to it, and I just use tap water. Oh, I can't use this hand because I hurt this hand, y'all. God. So just add a little bit of water. That's about enough. Check it every day, and you don't have the water on top unless your soil is absolutely dry. So I didn't do as many as I did last season, but I did enough. That's 3 rows right there on this one. That's done. 2 rows over here, that's done. And then 2 over here, that's done. I have my lights set up. I'm even going to use my ring light for these right here. And what I do is at night I close my curtains because I have my timer right here. So I have my timer here. It will jump on hopefully around 7 o'clock, and it'll turn back off at 7. So 12 hours I will leave them on, and they'll get sunlight from natural sun. So I just got back home for the night, went out to get the kids something to eat. Because for one, my body is hurting. I think I overdid it today, just trying to get all of these seeds up, and I still did not get all of the seeds dropped. I still need jalapeno peppers. I did buy me some really pretty roses in a container that I'm going to put on my front porch, but I get some soil for that. But yeah, I need some jalapeno peppers. I think that's all I need. I'm not sure. But I think I might, yeah, anyway. So I'm using my ring light here. I have it on a timer like I told you before for 12 hours. It'll jump off at 7 in the morning. And then I'll open up the curtains and it can get all the sun that it can possibly need. And I have this grow light right here down in my description box right here. If you want to check that out, you can. And I'll try to leave a link for these little pots right here to grow in as well.
Some balance in my life, but I never really put up a fight.